Give me a minute. Just. Yeah. I can't believe what I've just witnessed. You know, when they say, when it comes to football, never write anyone off. You never know what's going to happen. That was that. That's what you call the beauty of football. This is why we love the sport. I'm not here. I'm not here to even be salty. I'm here just to break down the game. I thought, yeah, you know what? I predicted a 2-1 win to Arsenal anyways, but I always thought Madrid had a chance. And it's wow. That second half was theater. That was absolute dreams. That was absolute Disney. That was crazy. Like, there's no way you could be a fan that loves the game and you watch that and think, you're gonna have to cuss the team, or the rivalry needs to get in the way, or what's the famous words these days in terms of like a rivalry? It's etched out of my own mind. There's no point getting onto one another. Simple as this: Arsenal were sublime, insane, crucial. Put any buzzword you want to put towards it. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. I can't believe it because it shouldn't have been 3-0. It should have been more. It should have been more. That was such a performance. You have to give him a clap. You have to give him a clap. I've got so much to say in little time, and there's much more to say on the live, which got going on as well. Check that out. Make sure you smash the likes. Make sure you subscribe. If you like the content, I do a lot of these things. I'm going to break down the game, but I just thought I need to have at least a couple minutes just to have like the full screen and just think, well played. Well played, Arteta. Well played, Arsenal. And well played all the fans that were in the stadium. Wicked. Except for a small part, which was fine, but that's normal. I can't believe what I just saw. Anyways, let's go and break down this damn game, because this is exactly what I've got. And there's so many different performances I feel like you can notify, but we're going to start with the first half, and then we're going to go into the second half, because the first half was nothing short of a little bit bland, a little bit passive, a little bit reserved from both sides. The typical counter-attack got nullified for most part of the game, especially when it hit around the half-hour mark. First 5 minutes for Arsenal, let's be honest, people, it was a little bit shaky. And then after about 5-10 minutes, and then Mbappe missed. I think the last chance I saw them have was he tried to curl it around David Raya. He might have been from the Bellingham pass, but that hit the side netting. It was that was pretty much in the second half, but it was nothing short of diabolical. And that was probably thanks to the setup of Arsenal. Didn't even let alone need Gabriel tonight. Yeah, we're talking a clean sheet here. We're talking about, we said that 2-0 might not be enough. If that isn't, then 3-0 surely is. We've seen this before with Manchester City, but they don't have a Karim Benzema up front to, bail them out at this point. Anyways, Lewis Skelly is going to be the world's best, or one of them. The kid is having the time of his life. And I feel like he's one of them that's going to go unnoticed. But in the first half, if we're talking about dealing with Rodrigo, sometimes going into the midfield to deal with that situation as well, or helping out with Partey, then let me know, because that was nothing short of excellent. The kid is 18 years old. And the second half was even better. Clamp City trusted to go into the midfield. Tierney comes on. We'll talk about that. But he was wicked. And I thought, you know what? Once again, I know he's a name that's been going around lately. England as well, yada, yada, yada. And having a bees of Haaland. But what a name to put yourself. What a way to really announce yourself, by the way, with a game like that. Insane. And I thought he deserves his flowers. This is my only criticisms of today. And I think it's nothing new. My only criticism that I feel like a lot of people would agree with is that Arsenal need more creative quality than Ødegaard. I thought Ødegaard was back to his ghost of guard self, and I'm not here to knock you down. I thought, you know what, let's get this out the way. First half, There's little bits and bobs that could be, refined. And I think it was the position of Erdegaard. It was not much was happening until about the 40th minute, until Saka got down the byline. And, Martinelli was having a bit more of a bit more freedom, a little bit more success, was getting ignored. And I just thought, because he done it twice to Valverde, where he went down the line and skimmed him and put in some decent crosses. But I think that's about it. But that's nothing new. Let's just skip that part anyways. Martinelli and Saka, by the way, running it back like it was 22-23. The first season where, Arsenal, Mikel Arteta really announced themselves, that's what I got. I saw moments of that, and it's like, why can't you do that a little bit more? Especially from Martinelli. We know Saka can do it. Bear in mind, Saka's only just come back from injury, and he's putting in performances like that. Oh, he's not coming back the same. Shut your mouth. Martinelli. I saw one Matt, he'll know, if he watches this, he'll understand. Martinelli's going to have a game of his life today. He had the game of his life today. It was definitely something worth mentioning. And I thought, you know what? This wing play could really, really hurt them. And you know what it did? And it didn't prove success until that man, Declan Rice, bend it like Declan. Oh my word. I was thinking that first free kick, I see, you ain't seen better free kicks. Oh, you must not seen really good free kicks then. That first free kick is one of the best free kicks I've seen, by the way. The way that's cold, do not deny that is one of the best free kicks you've seen in recent times. Because it is. And then to top that off with the second one. The second one was even more insane. That was top bins. Top bins. You have to have that little bit of emphasis on that. That was crazy. Declan Rice, man of the match performance, standing ovation, all of that good stuff. And today, I'm saying it right now, and it says it right there. When you talk about the world stage in crucial moments, stand up, prove your worth of £100 million. There you go. Because other than that, before that, I thought he was doing an okay job. I don't think no one was worthy of saying, he was amazing. He's amazing. I thought Camavinga was doing a standout job, and so was Saka, clearing up or making situations happen. And then Declan Rice says, hold my beer. Hold my beer. That man cemented world-class status because he done it on a stage where he says, I am world-class. He got to a Euro final. He played all right as well. I'm going to call it, taxed by, who, Gareth Southgate. He's actually had a really good campaign in terms of that. He's, again, whether he's 8 or 6, and it's not just gassing up. That is what you call pure technique. Pure technique. And he literally stood over the ball and said, that's mine. If you go watch it back, go watch it. He was said, that's mine. This is your space. This is your area. You can't do that, dude. That's what he said to Erdegaard. That's what he said to the rest of them. This is mine. And he took it, and you know what? Fair play. I can't believe it. That was, again, 10-10, man. And you know what? It only got better. The thing is with Arsenal, and I feel like a lot of people would notice this, is when they get 1 and sometimes 2, and it's in a big game, the crowd really gets going, but the team gets going. And that's what that is. If Arsenal had a striker tonight, that would have been 5 or 6. 5 or 6. And this is why Gyökeres's agent was at the game. He must have been watching that thinking, my client needs to be there. Because if my client was playing, he would have buried them. He would have absolutely destroyed them like Lewandowski destroyed Madrid back in the day. It'd have been the same thing. And I know you lot, if people really would know that 4-0 was crazy. Yeah. But anyways, Declan Rice, gonna have the time of his life tonight. Honestly, that was wicked. You got to go do it next week. You might be the reason, because, Bernabeu is going to be difficult. But he might be the sole reason. Big up Marino as well, because we'll talk about that guy too, that you might get yourself against Aston Villa or PSG. That was nothing short of top quality. And we was having this argument earlier on one of the shows, by the way. Who's better, Declan Rice, Bellingham? You can't really compare them, but who's got better technique, better passing, all that. I was back in Declan Rice. Another company was back in Jude Bellingham. Sit your ass down, learn your role, and know that this guy he's got the tools. But obviously, a lot of people, even I've questioned him in the past, is what more can you do? When it comes to set pieces, when it comes to corner taking, when it comes to passing, the guy is wicked. When it comes to first phase, he might be a little bit iffy, but he's clampers. He's at the right age, at the right time to take the team where it needs to be. Maybe even as a future captain, who knows? That was wicked. That was so good, and it was a good watch on the eye as well for the mutual as well in the second half. Even though it didn't go the way that we wanted, I want Real Madrid to win. We'll see what happens next game. Mourinho can actually play good football. He's been subject to criticisms for a while, but since he's gone up front and whatnot, I think he's played 10 games maybe there, and I think he's got 6, 7, 8 goals maybe. Correct me if I'm wrong. Because tonight I thought, other than the poaching part, because I thought if Kai Havertz was there, some of them goals have been tapped in, but Mourinho actually done quite a good job, a really good job at that. In terms of just drawing out some of the centre backs for space for Martinelli to run into or Saka, he kind of occupied the area. And what it allowed was Declan Rice to actually further go forward, which where you saw when it was a cross, obviously he nearly scored that header. If it wasn't for Courtois, by the way, Mourinho would have had an extra goal to his name. He would also have had a brace. Courtois had a fantastic game. But the spaces Mourinho was finding edge of the box around the area, not in literally inside the 6-yard area, but in and out of the box, he was class. They couldn't pick him up. Camavinga as well, thanks to his little head loss, kick away the ball moments as well. You will see that Mourinho rattled him. He got him sent off. And obviously a couple of the other Arsenal lot. His head was gone. And that's big moments. It kind of reminds me of Chelsea when he went on to win it slyly. They absolutely decimated Real Madrid. Can it be your year? Who knows? But big. Good in-game management from Mikel Arteta as well. Trusting Kieran Tierney is huge, by the way. Because when it comes to being defensively solid, he's probably your best left back at that part or fullback at that. Bringing on Ben White as well. All little bits. Trusting Lewis Skelly. Usually, Mikel Arteta is under criticism of not using, substitutions in the correct times or using the wrong ones. Today, managed a fantastic game. Game plan, whether you say, it's Stoke FC or free kicks, whatever, you can't deny Arsenal were the better team in the first half and monumentally in the second half. Good shit, good stuff. I'm hating. Don't win the Champions League. I'd rather you not get hurt, but we move on from there. Keep smashing the like button. Don't forget, it's that fun button. You know what to do, people. And the last one, the fans. I feel like the fans, whether you're from support from home, online, or whatever, wherever you are in the world, especially, obviously, I can only gather from what's in the stadium. Not all the Lulus. Brilliant. They were sick. After that, that was a proper roar in the Emirates, People paid a good amount of money to go and watch that. I know someone that paid £2,000 today in total to go and watch that game today. And they are Arsenal fans, and they got what they got their money's worth. If you got to watch that game today, proper sublime stuff, man. You might be the only English team that might have Madrid's number. Really and truly might have their number. If you're going to roll it back to Highbury days or whatever, be my guest. It's carrying on. Let's see what happens at the Bernabeu. But the fans were class. Pray for Madrid. Simple as that. Because I definitely am. Anyways, I feel like that's enough. Going to talk about it a little bit more. I'm pretty sure that's going to have that you lot absolutely buzzing for the next few days or so. And you know what? Don't let anyone squash your joy, your happiness, and continue your lives. It's as simple as that. Anyways, peace out. Hopefully enjoy it, and then lose next week.